Hello and welcome to another episode of the Live Trading Show. I'm your host Simone Cuomo, and today we're going to do a little bit of a market analysis. So we're going to look at different Forex, the different currencies that we have here in TradingView, and we're going to analyze and trying to predict what is going to happen next week. As you may know, we focus on this channel on swing trades, so we always look at the daily chart or the 4 hours chart, and today we're trying to understand what may happen in next week. As you do know, the Monday session is very important, so we're not going to make any assumption, make any big order, but we're just trying to understand so that that our daily trading view and trading analysis will kind of be easier. We go from top to bottom here. Some of the analysis has already been done on the charts. The first and foremost is the EURUSD. So for any of the currencies that we actually match with the USD this week, I will be very careful. As you know, last week when the president Biden took over in America, the market is still not sure about the reaction that is going to happen. We do have a very strong British pound in general because of Brexit and the reaction that is done. We know that COVID is affecting everything, so always bear in mind that keep an extra eye open when trading into these currencies. So the first one, as I mentioned, is the EURUSD. What we can see is that they had quite an upward trend. We can see that it was kind of forming this triangle, this bullish triangle, and you can see that it broke down through that. Again, as I mentioned, very careful with the USD. Everything can happen here. This will feel to me as a risky one to take, but if I would have to predict, I'll probably think that it's actually going to go back up, and this has just been a momentum due to the very good feedback of the market, and also we can see that our stock RSI is also going up. So my prediction is that this is probably going to be again bullish, going up, but because of this break onto the bullish trend, I would probably be out of this stock for this week, or at least for the next couple of days. The next one is the Euro Great British Pound. Big uncertainty here. We got huge volatility going here. You can see we go from 92 to 88, and the market is really completely unsure. Not only we can see that moving average, the 15 to 200 are actually closing to each other, so it seems to be moving from a bearing market, from a bullish market to a bearish market. But we can also see that there is a very strong area of resistance down here. So if you can go back, you can see that we got these 3 big points. So again, we are in a very uncertain point. So maybe this is actually, it will either break under these very big, very important numbers, and it will continue to go down, or it's actually going to go and even back up to to restate their bearing their bullish market. Because of the uncertainty and because of the MAs being so close, again, this market as well, uncertain until a very good point will probably be provided. The next one is Great British Pound USD. This has been a very strong British market. It's gone up, very nice and clear view. The one thing I will probably analyze again here is that we broke through a very important figure. So as you can see, we can go back to over here even more, and we can see that in the last couple of days we broke this 137. If we analyze the 137, we can see that the market has been responding. There's don't be a very clear market. So look, I put it on the 137. You can see in this line over here, the market has been supported at 137 figure very harshly, and that means that the market doesn't seem ready to go over it. Also, as I mentioned, the USD, the US dollar can actually get some extra power because of the election in Biden and the country to gone back into a more settled position. So what that may actually mean is that if the dollar does take some power, we will actually see a little bit of a betterment movement over here. If on the other hand we do break under this 175, then there is big chance that we go all the way up to 178. Because of we can see phase 1, phase 2, phase 1, phase 2, phase 1, phase 2, phase 1. Now we're in the middle on a kind of a phase 2, and because it's a bullish market, we'll never trade on a downtrend. Next one is Great British Pound with the Japanese. Also in here we got a bull market, uptrend market, very nice defined phase 1 and phase 2. So we got phase 1, phase 2, very small, as you can see, just day or two. So phase 1, phase 2, phase 1, phase 2, phase 1, phase 2, all upward trend. We always go high highs and high lows, so it's a very nice upward trend, and now we're just going down. Another point to bear in mind here, as you can see, there is this another support. We got support between 142, 1423. We're probably going to break the support because how good and bearish the market is. So I would say that our expectation would probably be to go from over half, after 142.3, and we hope to go all the way back to all the way up to 1.343. So very good bearish market, very good detailed phase 1 and phase 2. So what we'll probably wait is for the end of the phase 2 and then decide this be a very decisive phase 1. Next one is a commodity market. So in here I do have a prediction of the market going up. So I'm going to move this a little bit so you can see. In here we got a bullish triangle. This, as you may know, can actually unexpectedly break out. So the expected bullish triangle goes up, and then at one point it will actually go out of the triangle. I'm not 100% sure this can be seen as a bull triangle because the entry has not been very defined, but it's been a very good upward trend, and everything else support the upward trend. So what I would actually expect is that this phase 1, phase 2, I would actually expect this phase 2 to actually continue further. Even if it goes down here to the supporting line, I think it will actually go up all the way to where it went before on 0.723. And then I would not be surprised if we break that, but that's probably will take my profit instead and be too greedy. That will be a fantastic place to take the profit. If on the other hand it will break down after this support line, we will probably see a downward trend, probably going all the way to 704. Next one up is the euro with the Japanese. Again, I have highlighted that big area of resistance here. As you can see, the resistance has been throughout since August and September last year. Doesn't seem to be able to go over this 1.65, 1.67. So even if it's an upward trend, we do have this area of resistance. So again, we could play around because we know that it will go all the way up to 1.27, but it's a risky situation because, as you may know, the resistance sometimes, of course, it can break through and we could be making a big profit, but the market can also react and actually change its trend to go from bullish to bearish. So careful in these cases. We do know as well that the Japanese market usually is very good in showing us proper trend. So this is too stagnant and too straight, side trend to actually take it into consideration. Another commodity market, so USD with the CAD, Canadian dollars. In here we got a very different situation from other markets in the sense that this is a downtrend, it's a bearish market, and it's been for quite some times now. So we started since August. The bearish market has gone as very defined up and down trend, first and second trend, going up, going down, up, down, up, down. What you can see now is that the market is going in phase 1 again, but I have highlighted here a couple of support that we had in the last couple of months. So what I would probably expect is that maybe the market is going up in phase 1 and probably can even hit 1.28. But if we saw a retreat and then if we see the market going down again, I will surely be expecting a downtrend all the way down to the previous resistance of support of 1.262. Again, very nice profit because of the nice deep volatility here. And again, it's very expected market. There's a very big gap between the moving average 50 and moving average 200, and that highlights a very strong bearish market going down. It is, the downtrend has been deep, so we need to be careful of possible uptrend and change market trends. Next one is Australian dollar and US dollar. This very good upward trend. We do have nice high highs and lower highs. Lower lows, high highs, lower lows. The there's a change here, a small change. Sometimes it's very hard to envisage. So as you can see, we go phase 1, phase 2, phase 1, phase 2, and then we go another phase 1 that stopped. So this is not a high highs anymore. The next one up, you can see that there's another phase 1 that is not a high highs anymore. These are very strong signal of a market change, and this need to be look at carefully. So the expectation here are two. It's actually that it's just going to go up and it's going to go sideways for a couple of extra phases, and I expect it to touch the 1.777, or this is actually going to be a big downward trend, probably all the way up to the support level of 1.75, and then from there, depending, we need to read what the market is actually going to show us to actually understand. The reason why I'm expecting it to go at least a little bit higher is because of the stock RSI that are going to meet. Pardon me. And next up is going to be the euro with franc, with Switzerland. Here also we have an uncertainty. We do have a good trend here in RSI, the stock RSI that is probably going through an upward trend, but we are between the 50 and the 200. So yes, it's a upward trend, but we are below the 50. So this could be a risky move. We can also see that there's been a bit of volatility. We're going very up, down. This is a big, deep volatility for the Switzerland currency that usually is not really volatile, and therefore I will stay away from the market until we got a clear sign that we're going above the 50 MI. Lastly, we're going to check at the euro and Australian dollar. So here we've seen a sideways trend for quite a few months, and then now we're starting to see a downwards trend. The downward trend has been very steep, as we can see so far. We had loads of lower lows and lower highs, going up and down, going up and down. We've seen a little stop here, and the reason for that is because there's a little bit of support. So it seems like we've supported 156, but I'm quite, due to downtrend, what we could expect here is again a little bit of more sideways trend, sorry. So we'll see, probably this is going to go down all the way down to the support level 1.562, and probably it's either going to go up and down again, or it's going to break through this support, or it's actually break through this resistance, or it's actually going to go all the way up again. Usually it's quite this market is quite readable in the sense that we will be able to see the phases, so all depends to we can easily see what is going to happen after this phase 1. Again, either a nice profit going down, or we may see something going up again and a change of trend. This, even if seen as well from the two RSI actually that are meeting right now, this will probably, I'm expecting Monday, Tuesday to actually start to go down again. And even if we take it here where there was previous support of 1.57, we will be talking around almost 100 pips. So that's a good, there will be a good profit to be taken on this Forex. This is everything for today. I will catch up with you in a couple of days. We're probably going to review all this prediction next week as well. So stay tuned.